Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to World at War Comics. My next special guest, veteran in the comic book industry, Mr. Kittrell of Advent Comics. I was just talking to Tony just for a second, Tony. I started my podcast a little over a year ago. I got my hands on some Advent Comics. I don't know if I was on Facebook. I don't know where I was, but I got my hands on it. I got Titan and I got Cosmos and I can't remember what else I got. And right away, man, I'm like, who is this guy and how do I get a hold of him, man? And I reached out, Tony, and you were so kind to come on to the podcast. You were my very first podcast. I will
Oh,
forever be grateful to
oh,
Tony Kittrell because of that, my friend.
thank you for having me. I truly appreciate you as well, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate you. How you been,
So
brother? I see the toy collection's getting bigger.
it's getting bigger, man. It's getting big. I got to hide more from the wife, but it's definitely getting big.
Yeah, you know what? I do the same thing. It's some boxes I don't even open when they come in from Big Bad Toy Store. I don't even open them. She's like, more toys. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm playing all kinds of games to keep this thing
uh,
going, my friend. Tony, I mean, just I think a lot of people know you in the industry already, but if they don't know you, you're the owner of Advent Comics. You just celebrated your 15th anniversary. Was it last year, Tony?
the last year was the 14th. The 15th anniversary is actually August 1st, but
August
we're
1st.
celebrating all summer. We started a little early, started the celebration a little early.
Yeah, I mean, as you should, man. I mean, just really quickly, you've been in the industry for 15 years now. How many publishers have you seen come and go? It's not an easy job, right?
Yeah, I've seen a few come and go. Some who started before me had plenty of time on, and they unfortunately went to the wayside. I've seen a lot of brand new guys who are coming up and looking really good. I'm honored to be under the to have his peers, other people who have the same time that I have on and more,
Yeah.
like Stranger Comics, Unique Comics, some of the OGs who I look up to, like Roosevelt Pitt Amara Comics, Andrew Batson, Urban Style, uh, Jiba Anderson with Griot uh, Entertainment. This is it's so many guys who are in this industry that are really doing it. They're really doing it.
They really are.
So yeah.
They really are, man. Well, Tony, I mean, obviously you have a vast portfolio. Over the last year or so, you've actually brought in other creators under Advent Comics. So not only are you publishing your own titles, which you've been doing for a very long time, and have some amazing titles like Titan, this incredible Cosmos, which was one of the largest events in all comics. And then all of a sudden, you started bringing in a lot of other creators under Advent and publishing and distributing on their behalf, which was a huge step, man. How's that going?
It's going well. Of course, I can't do everything for everyone at the same time. There are limits to even what I want to do.
Yeah.
But it's going well so far. The titles that I have underneath us, there may be like four more titles that I'm going to introduce that have already been signed that I haven't introduced yet. They're coming up, and then well, they're coming up, and then something's going to happen. And
Nice.
I'll leave it at
Nice.
that. I'll leave it at
Understood, Tony. Understood. Okay, so you have all these things going on, Tony, and then all of a sudden, my feed from all of these other publishers that I'm good friends with, like Konkret, Wingless, Godhood Comics, all of a sudden, Wise Acre, my feed is just being blown up by Epiphany Engine. I'm like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden, you're right, you got like this trail of all these different publishers all leading up to this huge event. Can you kind of talk about how this started, where this came from, and then how all these amazing publishers started to get involved?
that. Well, there were three major projects that I had taken on that I said when I retire from the fire department that I was going to do. So at the time, Epiphany Engine wasn't on that list of projects that were coming out. So I told everybody, hey, next year, Advent's coming hard. So those three projects are still in the works. And once I finish with Epiphany Engine, they're coming. But while I was doing work on one of those three projects, I ran across a TikTok video from a fan who had they had an issue of Dave Ryan's War of the Independence, #2, the one with a lot of black characters in it, and they had an issue from Black Panther that had a lot, a lot of black characters in it, and they were like, "Wouldn't it be awesome if the companies today did something like this?" And he was like, "I'm challenging you, black companies, to get together and do something like this." And I was like, I wonder if the industry's ready for it, because it's always talked about. It's always been talked about for years, years and years and years. Hey, let's get together. What if my company, your company did something, or this character met that character? But no one had done it. For whatever reasons, it hadn't been done before. So I saw the video and I wondered, would anyone be interested in doing this? So I took it to Facebook and did an open call and asked, would you guys be willing to do something like this? Could we do it? Is the time right? And it was an overwhelming response. Overwhelming response. And people were like, let's get it. Let's do it. And basically, that was the genesis of how it all happened. So, it was just, the timing was right. I guess people were ready for it to happen finally.
Yeah.
So we, less than a year later, because that was August 31st of 2023. So yes, less than a year later, this project is hitting the ground running. And right now, we're running a Kickstarter for it, and we're less than $20,000 away from the goal. So everyone, all your fans out there, if you want a slice of history, this is it. Trust me, this is it. And I'll get into what makes it historic, but this is it. Trust me when I say this is it.
Absolutely, man. So is this going to be like a one shot that's going to be
That's
like
the that's
a
the
graphic
that's the
novel
goal.
merge?
Yeah, that's the goal. A one shot.
Mhm.
When we talked about it, all the companies were like, no problem. We'll lend characters and lend our resources to help the project work. And
Right.
it's kind of taking on a life of its own right now. But because, as I said, this is a project that's never been done in the Black community, comic book community. It's always been talked about.
Right.
So what we did was um, we reached out. We had an open call, and around about November-ish, it started to really gel.
Mhm.
Well, actually, September. September is when it started moving along. Underneath its original genesis, myself, Greg Elise, Javon Stokes, we got together and we put something together.
Mhm.
Those two gentlemen unfortunately left the project, and then we started over from scratch, and we brought in Brandon Thomas, world-renowned writer of comics such as Excellence
Mhm.
and Horizon,
Yeah.
and started from scratch, and then we took off running. So, like I said, we just doing this thing, and it's turned into a massive undertaking. Massive undertaking.
For sure. I mean, the
Oh yeah.
publishers that you got involved, I
Oh yeah.
mean, it's
There are over
every
40. There are over 45 publishers, and I want to say some of the top publishers out there. Freestyle Comics, Godhood Comics, Fourth Wall, Wingless, uh, Griot, Urban Styles. I mean, it's just so many. Stranger Comics, Amara Entertainment. It's amazing. It's amazing the amount of publishers we have and the talent we were able to bring in for this. This
Yeah.
isn't just your regular talent.
Yeah.
This is A+ level talent. So a project of this magnitude required people, creators who were going to do it justice. And
Yeah.
that was my one caveat from the beginning was the people we brought in had to be rock stars. We
Yeah.
couldn't for a project like this, we couldn't skimp on anything, whether it's the writing, the art, the inking, the covers, nothing.
Yeah.
Everything is A+ talent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, Tony, what I thought, just because, I want to be very respectful for your time, why don't we bring up the Kickstarter just so people could take a quick
Sure,
look at it, if that's okay?
sure,
Because
sure.
it's dope, man. All right, here we go. We have a pledge of 51,000. You're almost at 31,000. So yeah, like you said, about 20,000 to go with 13 days to
Mm.
go. 419 individual backers, which I think is a huge win. And to your point, man, this visual right here of all the different characters from all these different
Yeah,
publishers,
that's
one
the
page is great.
regular. That's the regular soft cover edition, and it was done by Chris Cross, who's done everything you could think of from DC to Marvel. Image. He's done comics like Captain Marvel, Firestorm, Blood Syndicate for Milestone. Chris Cross has done everything. He's been in the business for years, and he gets better and better. And
Yeah.
that cover, there was a record, and that cover has a genesis to it. So the guy who challenged the black companies to get together to do that, that cover that he held up from Dave Ryan's book had 38 black comic characters on, and he was like, "Wouldn't it be cool if you guys broke the record?" So I was like, "That don't challenge me." So I talked to Chris Cross, and I was like, "Hey, I got a cover for you." And he was like, "What, you want something like George Perez?" I said, "Yeah, we got to put more than 38 characters on this one cover." He was like, "All right." And so he took the challenge, and he ran with it. And it's well over, the last count that I counted was 44. But
Wow.
there may be one or two more who like nondescript type characters he put on there, but I counted 44.
That's so cool, Tony, man.
Yeah,
What a beautiful, beautiful thing, man. So let's kind of walk through this real quick.
sure.
You've been doing a great job doing updates. Um, kind of
That's a
explain
brand
right
that's a
here. What are
brand
we
new
looking at
comic.
here?
Just came out today. I just put it up today. Um, Ray Anthony Height works for Marvel. Does some cool stuff. He has his own character who's in the book as well, Midnight Tiger. So
Mm,
he did this cover. He and Andrew Dollhouse. So that's a brand new cover that's going to be on the hardcover edition,
wow.
and that's the villain Absalom, and that's one of the stars of the book, Todd McCallie. Basically, this story it's three parts of this story, but at its core, it's about family and unity.
Mm,
So we're introduced to this family, the McCallies. They're a bunch of brilliant, scientific-minded adventurers, so to speak, and they run afoul of Absalom in this uh, in this story, and that's where the fun begins. That's when the fun begins.
I love it, man. I love it.
But yeah, we have so much time. Like I said, we did a reset on this, and I contacted Brandon Thomas, brought him in, and I said, I don't want to do anything that we had thought of before. I didn't even tell Brandon what we had before. I was
Mm,
like, go, I want you to, from the ground up, we're going to do this. And so he came in with a killer script and idea, and we just went for it. And
nice.
so the other writers that are on the project, they enjoyed it. So it's just coming along nice. And when I say we got talent out the wazoo, for just the writers alone, we have Brandon Thomas, we got Randy Barnes of Philadelphia,
Yeah.
soon to be Batman. We have Colleen
Crazy.
Douglas. She writes for Scout. She has a book coming out through Advent called Vic Argus. We have Greg Burnham, who's Tuskegee Airs. He
Mm,
also does work for DC and Milestone. Robert Jeffrey. He does comic. He's a DC find as well. Work through the DC upcoming creator project. He does video games. I mean, these are some talented creators. Avron Bell, Ball. We have Brian Hawkins,
yeah.
Lonzo Starr. He's part of this project
Yeah.
from the ground up. It's just
Concrete.
so many. Yeah, concrete. And that's just some of the writers that are involved. John Robinson, Dwayne Robinson Jr. It's just so many. And then talent wise, like interior art, kicking off the story is Brandon Thomas with Sean Damon Hill's art. Amazing. We just started getting the colored art back. The colorist on that is DC Alonso.
Wow.
Amazing, amazing work. Amazing work. So
Man.
not only is Sean Damon Hill on it, Chris Cross is doing interiors, and Stephen Harris, Kanan White, uh, Chuck Patton, Stanley Weaver Jr., Bobby Lex Spencer, Greg Maldonado from Milestone. It's just so many
Legends,
people
man,
involved.
legends.
Yeah, Chuck Patton's involved.
Chuck Patton too.
Chuck Patton, he just turned in his covers. They aren't shown on the Kickstarter because I didn't want to put anything like he had like some scripts or some whips down, but I'm like, nah, Chuck, we got to put your real stuff down. So he's doing an interlocking cover set, 4 covers to interlock, and it's amazing. His pencils and inks on that were crazy. So
Yeah,
we just got those back today. They're being colored. So hopefully we'll have those probably by the end of next week. Knock on wood.
yeah,
Yeah. So and as we've been raising money, we like I said, I've steady been, having the guys work on this stuff. So everything's in motion. So we're not sitting on our laurels waiting to be funded. We're working. So
yeah.
we've already drawn the first 53 pages.
Wow.
So yeah, so we're moving. We're moving.
Yeah,
But we need funding to finish it out.
yeah, for
We need
sure.
funding to finish it out.
Especially when
But
you have
yeah,
that
that's
kind of talent being involved, man. That's a lot of people.
exactly. So Tyrone Grant, he just did a cover for us. It's a Black Panther movie poster homage, and that's his contribution to the project.
Wow.
So that's a tier as well.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
And we also have John Jennings, who did last year's Ghost Rider, Ghostlight.
Yep.
He is also for like every 5,000 we raise, he's drawing some brand new print that the fans gonna get for free. Get for
Oh,
free,
wow.
and it's one of each one is of the characters that are appearing in Epiphany Engine. So
Wow.
right now we have 2 that anyone who backs will get those 2 automatically for free. And when we hit 35,000, they'll get a third one. If we hit 40, they'll get a 4th one. So we're just gonna keep going.
Yeah. Why not, man?
That
Why not?
yeah,
With all that
that
talent.
covers by Marcus the Visual. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're rolling. We're rolling.
Incredible, man. So here, like you said, here is the amazing talent, and it's absolutely incredible the amount of talent that has come to work on
We
this, man.
have Ringo Award winners. We have Eisner Award winners. We have Hugo Award winners. We have Glyph Award winners. We have Emmy Award winners, Oscar Award winners. We
Yeah.
even have a guy who is in his comic is in the Smithsonian, and he's part of this. So I mean, we're just blessed that the community has come out and they're grasping the project and they're seeing that
Yeah.
this is it. And it's not just Black people. This is a story for everyone. Like I said, it's
Yeah.
family and unity. I said, we have to make it so that this story is accessible for everyone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think people are seeing that because
Yep.
we have fans of all colors who are like, I want that book. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, and we are so thankful for that. We appreciate everyone for coming and supporting.
No, 100%, man. I mean, I've been a big fan of yours, Tony, and I understand the importance of having black characters taking the lead in comics. It didn't happen when it should have happened. Milestone came, and for whatever reason, it was never used properly by DC. There's been this gap, and you and I talked about it our first interview. There's this gap that needed to be filled, and now check out what we have all listed right here of all these amazing black creators that have all these incredible black characters. It doesn't mean it's not for everybody. You just have black
Right.
leads, which we need that in comic books, right? I mean
Yeah.
that's part of diversity. That's everything that comic books should be known for. And so I have no doubt that Epiphany Engine is going to be the exact same thing. We're all
Exactly.
fans of these characters already, and I cannot
Exactly.
see them come back together again. It'd be awesome.
Exactly. This story is so good that you're gonna be like, oh, this is Black people. I mean, of course you're gonna see the Black characters, but it is a universal story.
Yeah.
and everyone will understand and love this story. And it's just, I mean, if I can say it, humbly, it's a cool, pretty damn cool story. Pretty damn cool story.
I mean, it's a pretty cool idea to bring
Yeah,
these. Like I was honored to have Chuck Patton on the show, and
yeah,
that's an Emmy award-winning
yes.
director of
Chuck
the
Patton,
animated
Spawn,
Spawn. I
Spawn,
mean,
yes,
that's like how big can that be, man? I mean,
yes,
it's
yes,
crazy what you got going on
yes.
here.
So we were blessed, and we got Alita Martinez. She's on the
Yep.
project. I mean, it's just the names, and those are the names that I am telling you about at this point.
Yeah.
There's still it's still 13 more days, and there's still some names that I'm holding in the back pocket. So
I love it.
you know me, I gotta come with a surprise or two. Gotta come with a surprise or
Tony, you're a businessman, man. You're a businessman. You know what you're doing, man. You don't do this for 15 years successfully without not knowing what you're doing, man. But yeah, this is
Yeah, a little something, a little something.
yeah, man. So I mean, incredible. 192 pages, man. So
Yeah,
I mean, you're getting an omnibus. I mean,
yeah,
this is a thick book, a
yeah.
thick story of some of the best talent in the
Mhm.
world working on it. So, man, my encouragement to anybody who sees this is you better jump on it quick. You got
Oh
what,
yeah,
13 days left. You have plenty of time to jump in on this. Again, you don't pay nothing until that
nope,
13th day. When you hit that goal, there's nothing that's gonna hurt nobody to throw your name out there right now. But boy,
right.
this is going to be huge. And I'm not sure, like, when will this happen again, Tony, to bring this kind of talent
Um,
together for something, you know? It's not easy, right?
it's definitely not easy. Now, I did something like this with my Cosmos title,
You
where I got
did.
a hundred different companies together, but
Yep.
that was much different than this was.
Yeah.
This has been definitely more stressful. This has been the not the biggest thing I've ever done, but at the same time the most taxing and stressful thing I've ever
Yeah.
done in comics.
Yeah.
And but it's also just if it's when it funds, it's going to be fulfilling
Yes.
because it'll make all that stress and all the hurdles that came worth it,
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah.
And then to see the people get something they've wanted for, I've been collecting comics for 50 years.
Yeah.
So if this has been talked about for well over 50 years,
Yeah.
to put this in the hands of comic fans, no matter your race, your creed, your color, your nationality, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. And
100%.
I just hope everyone feels the passion and the dedication because these creators, when I said they stepped up, they realized the assignment, they stepped up and showed up
Yeah.
majorly.
Yeah.
Everyone, everyone. And if there isn't a cover that hasn't come in, a page that hasn't come in yet. And I'm just blown away. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that as a fan, as a publisher, a writer myself, I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
this is awesome. This is truly awesome.
Incredible, Tony. Incredible, man. There's that Advent Comics, 15
Yeah.
years coming, putting the soul back in the comics. You've been doing it for a long time, my friend. Um, Again, going back into what Advent represents, you should read this, man. It's absolutely incredible. You've been doing such an amazing work for so long. Um, Incredible, man.
And
Incredible.
it's funny that we start out the conversation talking about bringing other comic creators in
Hmm.
because that's kind of one of my missions in comics is to bring other creators up.
Yeah.
Uh, with this project, um, all these peers who have been seen, some who haven't been seen,
Yeah.
everyone's going to get shine in this, and that was the big thing for me. Everyone to get shine. We're all on equal footing. Everyone gets noticed. Everyone gets to shine.
Yeah.
But there's also a couple tiers in our project where I gotta help people. People who were like, "Oh man, I missed the call. I didn't know about this." There's a
Yeah.
spot to get your character put in the book if you really want to. You can
Yeah.
even put yourself in the book if you want to.
Yeah.
There's even a tier where myself and Joe Illich, who is a master story director, editor, uh, showrunner, writer himself. The two of us are doing Zoom calls, and we're going to help people, you know, look at their comic, get their comic off the ground. So that's the executive producer to you. You can be an executive producer of this project, get your name in the book. You can be a producer, get your name in the book. So you can be a sponsor. So there's so many things that people can do to be a
Yeah.
part of history on this. But the main thing, share it,
Yep.
support it, and just tell the world about it.
Yeah, we're gonna pump this out, Tony, with 13 days
Yeah.
left, man. We need to scream this because this just doesn't happen that often, right?
No.
Whether black, white, Asian, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
To bring this kind of talent together for one
To,
project, it just doesn't
to
happen.
be
It's
honest,
really
this
difficult,
hasn't
right?
happened in comics, period. Whether it's black
Exactly.
comics, white comics, Marvel hasn't done it, DC hasn't done it. No
Yep.
one has done this. This is the first ever.
Yeah.
First ever to get this many companies together to do a single solo story.
Yeah.
This is something that's groundbreaking. It's
Yep.
groundbreaking, it's history making. Even if you only get this book because it's going to be instant collectible, which it will be.
It will be
It's
100%.
nothing like it. Yeah, there's nothing like it on the market.
Yeah.
Period. Period.
Man. And look at all the rewards that you got right here.
Oh yeah.
All the different covers, like you had mentioned, with Chris's
Yep.
cover, Marcus, Jamal, Ray Height.
We even added a fan art book. A lot of the creators who were involved, some of the publishers, they were like, I can draw a little bit. So they put together a fan art book of their drawings, and that's available as an add-on. You
Wow.
get it for $10. So the actual creators are drawing as part of Epiphany Engine.
Incredible, man. Incredible. Yeah, you got to really spend some time and go through this because it's absolutely beautiful, man. Incredible, man. Look at that Chuck Patton interlocking cover set.
Mm-hmm.
Just I love Chuck, man. Chuck is
Oh yeah.
genuinely just an amazing legend in the industry. But
Oh,
man, what you've done, Tony, and I know it's not just you. I know that it's this team that has brought this together. But Tony, I
over
know you're
seven
a big
over
part of this,
70 of
man.
us together. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's about close to 80 of us all together that worked on this and put this together. So
yeah,
I'm extremely blessed that these people believed and saw the vision as well. And we're at the door now. It's just
yeah.
a matter of people just receiving what we're bringing.
So close too, Tony. So
Yeah,
close, man. So
yeah.
what we'll do, man, is we'll blast this everywhere. There's no reason why this shouldn't hit that goal. So if there's anything that I could do, I know I'm very small, but if there's anything that you think, hey Tommy, if you could do this for me, let me know. I got you, Tony.
Definitely,
You know how much I appreciate and look up to you, man.
definitely,
I got you, my friend.
definitely, brother. And I thank you for those kind words and that sentiment. I will do. I definitely will be reaching out. So don't think I won't.
Yep.
We want to do some because, as you know, the Kickstarter. I just want everyone to know the Kickstarter is the beginning. That's the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of the project.
Okay.
So once we fund, that's when the real work starts.
Yeah.
And we're trying to have this book in everybody's hands by January.
Okay.
So we're working. We're working around Marvel and DC schedules, and we're doing all kinds of stuff. But we're working to make sure that you guys have this book in your hands, ready to go, and everybody enjoys it.
Yeah.
So we're really about to put the pedal to the metal once it funds, and
Yeah.
then it's showtime. It's showtime.
Showtime, man.
And
Showtime.
and actually, if you don't mind, there are a lot of creators in the project. Like I said, this isn't about me.
Yeah.
There's so many other companies and publishers who haven't gotten the shine that they rightly deserve.
Yeah.
And if you let me, bring a couple of them on your show, I'd appreciate it.
100%, Tony. You let me
Okay.
know who should be on the show. You just
Okay.
send them my way. We'll put them on the
Okay.
schedule and let's pump this up, man. Let's let
Okay.
everyone know how many people are involved in this because I think you need to see the how massive the
Yeah.
talent is to
Yeah.
really appreciate what's about to take place in this comic book.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So like I said, there are 45 publishers. There are about 74 participants, and then you add about another 40 to 50 of the talent who's actually doing the work. So it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people.
Wow. Yeah, anything I could do to help shine light on the support that you've gotten and the hard work that's gone into this, please let me know what I could do.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah. Well, Tony, as always, my friend, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being on. Again, my very first guest ever. Thank you for entrusting your history and your hard work on my
No
show.
problem. Can I
You're
say one
always
more thing
welcome.
before we wrap
Anything
up?
you want. Anything you want.
Um, we are a Kickstarter project we love,
Yep.
and please go to the Kickstarter page, Epiphany Engine, and please support, donate, share, spread the word, social media, whatever you're able to do.
Yep.
We truly would appreciate any help you guys can get.
I'll reach out to my network and I'll let everyone know to post the link right to the
Cool.
Kickstarter to everyone. I'll start
Cool.
that tonight.
Thank you so much, my friend.
Of course,
Thank you.
Tony. Of course, man. Hey, Tony, real quick, have you officially retired from the fire
Yeah,
department?
I retired February 21st. As you can see, after shaving for so many years, I
Yeah.
decided to let the beard grow. So it feels good to not have to shave every day. So my wife is a little annoyed with it, but I'm enjoying the beard. I haven't had a beard in close to 30 years, so I'm having fun with it.
And how
Yeah.
many
So
years with the fire
I,
department?
27 total.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Tony.
Yeah. Thank
Congrats,
you.
man.
Thank you. So this is the next step, full-time comic publishing, and we're starting it off with Epiphany Engine.
Yeah.
And
That's a pretty good way to
once
start.
that funds, I got 3 more big projects coming. They're gonna come boom, boom, boom. I'm telling everybody, get ready, get ready.
Well, right on, Tony, man. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Congratulations on this project. Let's see whatever we could do to help get it to the finish line. And like I said, Tony, you just let me know, Tommy, I need you to do this, and I'm here for you, okay?
Thank you. And like I said, I'll be reaching out not only for the remainder of the Epiphany Engine project, but on
Yep.
some of these other ones as well. So
Okay.
I'll keep bringing you some hot scoop. As long as you and your fans want to see it, I'll keep bringing it to you.
100%, Tony. 100%. Tony, have a great, amazing night and an awesome weekend,
Thank
and
you.
we'll stay
You
in
do the
touch, my
same.
friend.
You do the same, my friend. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Have a good night.
You too. Bye bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.